Welcome, Saints fans and Who-Dats. Kyle T. Mosley here with the Saints News Network and the pregame show for the New Orleans Saints versus the Miami Dolphins inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. How you doing this evening? Bob Rose will be joining us shortly. Look, Saints, Dolphins, a lot of different things have been going on. Put your ideas, put your comments in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love to talk with you. We'd love to be able to break it down, what we anticipate is going to happen in tonight's contest between the Saints and the Miami Dolphins. If you have any questions, comments, criticisms, hit me up. Derek, I see you. All right. Who that family? How you guys doing tonight? What do you think? You think Ian Book, Sean Payton, Alvin Kamara, those guys could be able to get the W on the board for the New Orleans Saints? Like Mr. Bob Rose here. What's going on, Bob?
Not much. Merry Christmas to you and your family, Kyle Mosley.
Oh, good, man. I'm glad to be able to chat with you. I'm back, y'all. So a lot of people are like, oh, where's Kyle? Well, I'm here. So, all right. Okay, Bob, can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me all right?
Yeah, doing well. Bob, let's give it to us straight, man. You know, New Orleans Saints look like they are in a situation. The Saints, as well as the Miami Dolphins, are both headed or have postseason aspirations at this time. Both of those guys are 7-7 on the season. We know what the New Orleans Saints have been facing. They have had 21 cases of COVID for their players listed on the reserve list there, as well as for assistant coaches. It seems like a huge mountain to climb. Wow. What can the Saints do to win this game?
Wow. And yeah, huge mountain is an understatement. This is like the microcosm of 2021 for the New Orleans Saints. But listen, I'm not coming into this game with a sense of doom and gloom. I am frustrated, much like the rest of Who Dat Nation. But the Saints, I believe, still have the horses on both sides of the ball to win this game. First of all, they need to do it defensively. They were able to pull off the feat, a monumental feat last week against a more explosive Tampa Bay offense. But the Saints are going to be a lot thinner on defense. I believe the key to the game is winning on first and second down and then getting the heck off of the field on third downs. You cannot let Miami establish any sort of balance. So you need to disrupt that line of scrimmage and need to get off the field and not let the Dolphins sustain any drives. Because the Saints aren't affected a whole lot by COVID defensively, other than the linebacking core, which is huge, but they're a lot thinner. So I believe they could wear down a little bit later in the game if their offense can't establish some sort of ball control, and B, if they allow the Dolphins to put together a couple of long and sustained drives. I think the Saints still have the defensive personnel to make plays, get off the field, and probably even create some turnovers to flip field position and put their offense in an advantageous position.
Yeah, well, I was telling Clint earlier today that the New Orleans Saints have to control the football, both sides of the football, but mostly on the offensive side. Time of possession is very critical in this game. Yeah. If you help Ian Book in the running phase of the game, right? If you're able to create the holes and protect him well and sustain drives, I think the New Orleans Saints have a great chance of winning. Now, a lot of people take Miami's defense for granted, but there's a pretty good defense there. But I do believe that if the offensive line can be able to maintain and control, they have a chance. Yeah, you just have that feeling that something's in the air tonight. That something big can possibly happen. Could this be the emergence of what people have said, like Charlie Weiss back in preseason, that Ian Book is the future of the New Orleans Saints? Can we start to see that type of emergence in the talent for the future of this program? All right, guys, if you have any questions, hit us up, hit us up, hit us up. I see a few of you guys believe that the Saints can be able to win and be able to pull off the upset. Saints, it's a lucky day. I won Cam Jordan signed jersey. All right. Whoa, 20 minutes ago. Well, be kind to me and Bob. Please give us one as well. No way. Congratulations. Okay. All right. And so awesome and feel about tonight's game. Yeah. Tonight's game is a different feeling. There's a different feeling in the air. But Bob, let's talk about the young rookie. Do you believe that Ian Book has what it takes to be able to? I know it's saying a lot. He hasn't really thrown a NFL pass other than in preseason. He really hasn't been a part of some of the active rosters thus far, right? And now he's coming off the bench, being able to kind of save the day, so to speak. Really, I mean, there's no other way to really put it. How do you feel about Ian?
Well, I tell you what, he had a lot of big game experience in college. I always we're forced. The football public is forced to watch a lot of Notre Dame games. And what I saw from Ian Book in college was a very poised and athletic young man. He doesn't overly impress me with his arm strength. He actually struggles with his accuracy a lot outside the numbers. But if he can establish a quick rhythm game, get the ball out of his hands quickly, keep it between the hashes, and stay on time, which, by the way, is the microcosm of a Sean Payton offense, then I think Ian Book can have a successful career. Like you said, it's a tall order for him tonight. I mean, this is not just his first NFL game. This is his first NFL action of any kind in the regular season. And he didn't even get the benefit of preseason action very much because, one preseason game was canceled altogether. And a lot of the training camp of preseason reps were taken up in the quarterback competition between Taysom Hill and Jameis Winston. So Book got a lot less action than what a lot of us anticipated. So he's really behind the eight ball. I'm very intrigued to see what he brings to the table. But like you said at the onset, as long as the Saints are able to control the line of scrimmage and especially establish the running game, this offense needs to go through Mark Ingram and Alvin Kamara anyway. And as long as they're able to do that, I think Book has the physical attributes and poise to make some plays necessary to keep drives alive.
Okay. So do you believe he can do what Taysom does as far as using his leg to scramble around from time to time?
I do. I think he has that athletic capability. I'm going to cringe every time he leaves the pocket or takes a hit because, if he goes down, knock on wood, the answer comes down to Blake Bortles, who's been in Saints camp all day and a half. But Book is a terrific athlete. Click on some tape of Notre Dame, and you'll see a kid that moves very well. He's a tough runner, and he has good escapability from the rush, and he is not afraid to tuck that ball under and run. So it wouldn't surprise me if he did pick up a few key first downs with his legs tonight, Kyle.
Yeah. When he was at Notre Dame, he was a gamer. He had that gritty presence about him, the winningest quarterback for the Notre Dame program in the history of the school. That says a lot. You think about some of the greats that have come through there, some of the guys that have been gone to the NFL. But I like what I see in Ian Book as a young guy. He has that kind of confidence that you like to see. But Bob, this is the NFL. Will we see some jitters early on?
I think we will. I think you can't help but to. I mean, put yourself in the young man's position. First action of any kind, and you're doing it in front of a Monday night audience. With the playoffs essentially on the line for the team that drafted you.
That's just like me. That's just like saying me going on a blind date with Halle Berry in front of everybody on reality TV. That's too much pressure.
Well, Kyle, you're a media personality, so maybe Miss Berry's been out of the spotlight. She might have the butterflies.
I don't think so. But anyway, go ahead. Look, guys, bottom line, Ian Book is a good young talent. That's why the Saints decided to draft him. Sean Payton, I'm pretty sure, coming back to the sidelines, has something up his sleeve. Now, will he have a couple of trick plays for Alvin Kamara? What's your thoughts?
I think he will. Kamara has shown some capability of taking some wildcat snaps, and now that Mark Ingram is healthy, I think the Saints need to do that kind of thing just to keep the Dolphins' defense off balance. Because you mentioned the talent that Miami has in the secondary. They also put great pressure on opposing passers with their edge rushers. And the Saints are without both their tackles yet again. So I think you have to establish control of the interior line of scrimmage, keep that defense off balance, and get the ball in the hands of 41 as much as possible. So yeah, I expect some wildcat snaps, some end arounds, some direct handoffs to Kamara. Or direct pitches rather to Kamara coming out of the backfield. Much like we saw in the Seattle Monday night game earlier this year when that offense, it seemed like every snap Kamara was involved. I expect to see that same kind of thing tonight.
All right. Good. TRU. Is that Louisiana animal? Louisiana. I like that. Let's go black and gold. All right, guys. We're about to wrap it up. Let's talk about some key players. Other than Alvin Kamara, we know he is the offense for the New Orleans Saints. Who are some of the key players, Bob, that we should focus on or pay attention to?
If we'll go offense first, watch for Marquez Callaway to have a couple big catches. I don't know if he'll exceed 100 yards like he did last week against Tampa Bay, but he's showing more and more confidence in those slant routes and crossing routes every week, it seems. And that's where Ian Book's strength lies as a passer, in between the numbers. Sean Payton to probably beef up Book's confidence a little bit early on. Going to be a lot of passes to get the ball out of his hands quick. What better way to do it than a slant or a check down? We mentioned Kamara. If you're looking for a face in the receiving corps to make some noise, I look for Marquez Callaway.
All right, Marquez. And what about Mr. Ingram?
Oh, Mark Ingram's going to have to be huge. We talked about Kamara. Ingram is your inside the tackles runner. He's the guy that gets that whole team rolling with a couple of those angry Ingram runs. So I think Ingram is every bit the key to this offense as what Alvin Kamara is going to be tonight.
Okay. Any key inactives?
Our own John Hendricks reported, if I saw right, that Teron Armstead is inactive yet again. I did not see the Miami Dolphins inactive report, but obviously with Ramczyk already out, and the two of the three Saints backup tackles on the COVID list, having Armstead out is huge. Frankly, ticks me off. I mean, this is a playoff situation. I don't know what the young man's injury, how the severity of it, but I'm disappointed. But at 72 can't be in the lineup, and that's certainly going to be crippling to the Saints offense.
Okay. Well, guys, what's your prediction? What do you think the Saints will do in this contest coming up in less than 32 minutes from now? They should be going live. Kickoff is going to be shortly after that. But, Bob, look, I feel as though the New Orleans Saints have an opportunity to, if they win this game, the probability goes up to 82% that they can make the playoffs. The Eagles still have tough games down the stretch against the Dallas Cowboys, who have to be able to win out themselves to at least have the number 2 spot in the NFC at this time. So it's not going to be a cakewalk for the Cowboys, nor the Eagles, nor the Saints. Saints still have 2 divisional matchups against the Panthers as well as the Falcons at the end of the season for the regular season finale. So those are never easy games to win. So how do you see this playing out for New Orleans in 2020? Well, it's going to be 2022 pretty soon, right?
Yeah, it sure is. I mean, tonight's game is key, but I like the Saints' chances. I think that defense is rolling with a wave of confidence. Having DeMario, Quan, and Malcolm Jenkins out is going to be huge. But I think they're going to look for the three-headed monster of Cam, Onyemata, and Davenport to come up big up front. They're going to need to disrupt, Tua, keep him out of rhythm. He's a rhythmic passer, but he does not have good feel for the pass rush. So they're going to have to get to him quickly, keep him from getting into a rhythm. So that secondary is going to have to be up to par and aggressive. But the Saints defensively, they're playing not only playoff football, but championship football. I think if they can skate by tonight, I like their chances of going 2-0 in the last two regular season games, and letting the chips fall where they may. Their destiny is for the most part in their own hands right now, but it's got to start tonight.
Okay, quick question, Bob. I know that our old friend who's passed on, Coach, would always say special teams have to be special to be able to win. Aesop Winston, I know you keyed in on the young man a couple of weeks ago. What's your feeling?
I like Aesop Winston a lot. I mean, he's no Deontay Harris's kick returner, punt returner. But he has set up the Saints in the last 2 weeks with some pretty good field position, not only with returns, but aggressively fielding the punt cleanly, instead of letting it bounce by him to worsen field position for his offense. Just like you said, with Coach pointing out, those tiny little special teams, plays can make or break a ball game. And a guy like Aesop Winston needs to one of those unsung heroes that the Saints are going to have to need if they're going to make a playoff push. Don't be surprised to see Aesop Winston, set up a couple of big returns tonight.
Okay. And one question here would be about Kawaan Baker. He finally gets an opportunity to be active, coming off of the practice squad. We've been looking at this young man. We thought he would make some headway during training camp. So now he's active, as well as Ethan Wolf, where the Saints are in desperate need of some tight end help. Any ideas how these guys may be utilized?
Probably just special teams, Kyle. I think Ethan Wolf will get more snaps, than Kawaan Baker probably will, just because of the need at the position. But you and I both like Wolf's athletic ability at tight end. And Nick Vanette's going to get the bulk of the reps, but when they go to two tight end sets, Wolf is a big athletic kid with decent receiving skills, at least if you look at his college film. So again, if you're going to look at unsung heroes, maybe a guy like that, maybe a Kawaan Baker, taking a short pass and breaking into the open field on a key third quarter play or something like that. We've been waiting for somebody in the receiving corps to make a consistent play all season long. Maybe Kawaan Baker is that guy.
Yeah. A lot of these young, talented practice squad people will have their opportunities to be able to showcase what they can be able to bring to the table and if they are going to be long term for the New Orleans Saints. All right, guys, follow us on si.com, or you can go to saints.media to be able to follow up on everything we do. You can follow Bob at Bobby R2613 on Twitter. And you can follow me at KTMOZE. And I know Scooby Dooby Doo said, Brendan, no, it's not Brendan tonight. I don't have the flowing locks like Brendan. It is Kyle T. Mosley here with you tonight. And, as far as the Pro Bowl, I know, Jerry, you just put in some things about that. I think the snub of Demario Davis was a obvious one there, but think about this, guys. The Pro Bowl is more of a popularity poll.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not the AP All Pro honors, which is a higher honor to be able to have, more esteemed honor. But I believe they will make it right, just in case the Saints do not advance in the playoffs, that you will see the likes of Demario Davis. Trust me on that one. All right, guys, we will not have a halftime report, but Bob and I will have a post-game report. So we will be back at the end of the contest tonight. Guys, stay safe, mask up. The reason why I'm not in New Orleans covering the game is because my son contracted COVID. But he's doing fine. He's doing great. So that's a positive thing. That's those young young blood, young genes, man. So, so just you guys stay safe out there, and let's have a great game against the Miami Dolphins. And Bob, we'll see you later. Who dat?
Do that.